Hello, I'm Soap and welcome to Dress Up Dispatch. Today I'm going to be talking about two subjects. I'm going to be talking about the Everfriend update and the farming update. Originally I was going to make two different podcast episodes on this, but I realised that since it's been a while since those updates have come out, I'm just going to do it all together because I am filming this on the day the first part of the flowering season update is meant to come out. So I'm going to start by going through the update log from January onwards. The first thing I need to discuss is the new map teleport interface. So basically they got rid of the OG map, which I really don't like. I mean, I obviously see the advantage of this. We can actually teleport to the roleplay classroom and all the seasonal areas when they're out, but I do miss the old map, and the update kind of randomly came out of nowhere, and we've had that map for ages, so I do feel a bit sad about that. But it is useful because you don't have to actually leave and join the game again to join certain areas. This also got rid of using portals, which I thought the additional portals was kind of cool when it first came out with Campus Free. It just made the game seem more magical, but I do get that it was kind of inconvenient because multiple times I would have clicked the teleport button and realised I have to teleport again, basically. But yeah, so by getting rid of the portals, they also get rid of teleporting with your friends, because the benefit of having a portal is that you could make it that people could follow you, which was convenient for roleplays and stuff, but I'm not sure people really do that anymore. So the first part of the Everfriend update came out on the 1st of January, which was incredibly early. That was right after New Year's. We had a New Year's update as well, so I feel like they could have waited a bit longer, but people are very impatient. I'm going to talk about that a lot later in this video once I get to the new set. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the new Halo. Well, by the time this video comes out, it won't be the new Halo, it'll be another Halo. But anyways, the new Eternity's Aim Everfriend Halo, and you can obviously tell it's kind of Cupid themed because it's got it's got an arrow going through the middle. I think it's pretty cute. It's pretty standard, and by this I mean it looks pretty similar to a lot of the new wave Halos, and by this I mean the ones that go behind your head, because I find them to be all very similar in structure, but this is I don't know how to describe it. It's got roses on it, it's got hearts, it's got feathers. I quite like it, and for some reason I thought I'd get it by now, because ever since I got 2 Halos from the fountain last year, I thought it was easy to get Halos, which I know it isn't because I've been playing for years. You can also tell that it was meant to match with the new set, but I will get into the new set later, like I said. Then on the 3rd of January we got the Mermaid Everfriend items, which I count as new sets pretty much, and everyone was obsessed with the new bodice we got from that, so I'm going to talk about those items now. Since I have all the new Everfriend stuff except from 2 of the legendary tails, which I count that as a win because I got at least 1. So the mermaid set we got was Sea Sweetheart Mermaid set. So with this we got a heart chain belt, which is what it sounds like. It's kind of like a belt. It's kind of like the pearl toggle of the Summer Fantasy skirt, but with more options basically. As well as this, there's the Sea Sweetheart Lovely Bow necklace, which again is a pearl necklace with a bow shape at the end with hearts in them. And yeah, I really like pearl necklaces in the game, and I really like to layer necklaces, so I always like new additions of necklaces. And then there's the Sea Sweetheart gemstone heart earrings. I really like these earrings because they've also got different piercings in different places. So there's some in the helix, and then there's seconds and stuff. You can have it without the heart. There's a lot of toggles, and I really like the new advanced earrings these days. I just like to layer earrings as well. Then there's the Sea Sweetheart Lace Mermaid Dot. It took me a while to actually get this, and basically, I don't know how to describe it. You can have it, its default, it's a see-through flowy top, but most people make it opaque and combine it with their normal outfits. I think it's really cute, but I'm really bad at styling things, and I always most of the times I try to style it, I do fail, but it's pretty nice. It's got the nice pearl aspects to it as well. And then there's the Gilded Grandura Mermaid Crown, which is part of the Gilded set, which is legendary. I've been putting 1 item of this set in each seasonal update, so yeah. Okay, now the Gilded Grandura Coral Crown. There are 6 toggles on it. It's basically a crown, obviously, but It's coral with pearls on the top and some gemstones, and like, yeah, that's basically it. But it's nice to have more like mermaid crown options, because I always used to wear the same one for like my mermaid OCs, but now there's more variation. As well as this, the roleplay classroom was decorated for Everfriend. I'm not really going to go into deep detail on it. I think it looks cool. I mean, when Campus 3 has decorated for Everfriend, that's always like peak decoration. Because the Everfriend decorations just like fit the Royal High aesthetic the most. Even though for Campus 3 that was usually all year round because they forgot to change it. But like, I don't have much to say about it. I like it. I think it's cute. They also increased the max player count for Lunar Lagoon servers from 25 to 30, which I think is an interesting choice. I've never seen a server have more than 25 people. I think 30 would be way too chaotic, but I'm sure they had a reason for that, and I don't trade enough to know that had a bad impact. Oh, my bad, I forgot to describe all the mermaid tails I have at the moment. To my knowledge, there are 12 new mermaid tails, which is quite a lot. I've got 10 of them. So there's the Love Fairy Tale, which is a classic, and it's the like pretty common webbed one. It's like a strawberry pink colour. There's the one with the French name, I don't know how to pronounce that, which is one of the mermaid tails with the round fins, which is kind of like a cream colour, but also pink. It depends to graphic quality you have. And there's the Roses Are Red classic tail, which is just a red, like basic shaped tail with no pearls. I still quite like the basic shaped ones. There's the Powder Puff Classic tail, which is like a cream pink. Depends to graphics again. It's probably like it's like a rose gold colour if you have your graphics all the way up. And it's again like a web-tailed shape. The Love Potion Rare Tail, which is kind of like a hot pink colour with like different splotches of colour because it's a rare one. And it's the round finned tail with pearls on the edges, which I didn't even realise there's ones like that, so that's cool. Then there's another classic one, which is Strawberry Pink Mermaid Potion, which I wouldn't say this was strawberry pink. I thought strawberry pink was more of like a pastel red. This is like a kind of bubblegumish colour, and it is just a classic mermaid shape. And there's probably one of the more unique ones is the Buttercream Cupcake Rare Mermaid Tail, which is like a pale yellow colour with sprinkles on round fins. Then there's the Dark Love Potion, which is probably my favourite, like, mermaid tail other than, like, the Christmas ones, because I really liked those. It's a really dark blue with pearls on the fins, and it's, like, the classic shape. And then there's the Blushing Pink Dolphin Rare Mermaid Tail, which is just a pink version of the Dolphin Mermaid Tail, but it's quite unique in the fact that there isn't that many mermaid tails, so... Then there's also the Opposites Attract Legendary Potion, which, like... I don't know how they choose what makes something a legendary, because most of the time they look like pretty basic and the same as the like common ones. They're like not much better, but they're worth so much more when you buy them, especially when you trade for them. It's a hot pink with black gradient and round fins. It doesn't really match with the Opposites Attract either, but most of the legendary tails, like half of the legendary tails, are like assigned to a set, so that's why it's got that name. There's 2 legendary mermaid tails I don't have, which, like, I feel like you get the point, so I don't really need to talk about those. Okay, on the 8th of January, trading came to the player-made realms, which when I first read that, I thought it meant trading was going to, like, the normal realms, like, outside of, like, I thought player-made was, like, the player realms, like, not the trading realms, like the trading hub and Lunar Lagoon, so I thought people would just be trading everywhere. And I was like, imagine getting, like, a trade request when you're just trying to live your life. But now that I'm reading this again, I realised it's for like the player-made realms, obviously, which I couldn't really care less about the dorm updates, but I've seen a lot of people being really excited about like making shops and stuff, so I think this is a good thing, but as long as Do Not Disturb still works, it should be fine. I mean, trading wise. They made it so when you hover over the world icon, it shows what realm you're in, and this includes like player realms and the names of that, which I don't actually see the point, but I guess if you're new, that helps knowing where you are. Okay, then on the 19th of January, the old display of gaining XP / diamonds came back, and by that I mean get the diamonds every time you level up, so you get 1,800 diamonds when you level up instead of getting diamonds, which like People were saying that this was a nerf, which it wasn't. It's literally a change to the display. I think I've already talked about this in a smaller farming video, but basically nothing changed. You just have to level up to get the diamond, which that is a change technically. You still get the same amount of the diamonds, but you don't get it until you level up, so it gives you more incentive to play for longer, I guess. I mean, it gives you more of a goal, which is like, this is how it used to be, so I don't know why everyone's getting mad. Are they just like a lot of new players? I don't really know. I think a lot of people just lack common sense when it comes to this fandom, honestly. Is it a fandom? But like, I don't know. I think it was a good thing because it gives you incentive to level up. Obviously, you were still leveling up when you are farming, but it gives you like a more clear goal. I think I already said that. Okay. Player realms can now be reported for violations of Roblox terms of service, which, why wasn't that always a thing? Like, I thought that'd be one of the first things they did. Also, like, I made a predictions video for 2026 and so many have come true. Like, one of them was like there'd be farming changes and people would be mad about it. The old display coming back, people mad about that. And obviously getting rid of multipliers, which I'll come to later, but I've like talked about in depth before. And obviously the multipliers have actually been taken from us now, so like I'll talk about it in stages, in chronological order, obviously. I also said that player realms would be like age restricted, or they have some sort of restrictions, and they do have level restrictions, so I count that as like a half prediction. Oh, I low-key forgot about this new update. So seasonal purchase timers are no longer applied to dress up items, or to dorm furniture or locker decals, which like, by this it means there's no such thing as a seasonal set anymore. I mean, by that I mean obviously there are sets that get released at a certain season, but you can just buy them whenever, so you're not pressured to like grind when that update is out. You can buy whenever, which I think this is really good for new players because it gives them like, they can choose a set they actually want rather than one that's just available at the time and work towards that. But to clarify one thing about the lockers, you can't get candy from the candy lockers, even though you can still buy at Halloween stuff now. Also, the thing about getting rid of like the seasonal timers for these items, I can't remember the exact reaction to it, but I'm sure it like angered a lot of people, especially traders and profit traders, because the whole point of buying like a seasonal set was to like if you're buying multiple would be to like sell it later for a higher price, which I feel a bit iffy about. Profit trading feels a bit scammy. I mean, if you're like trading for an extortionate amount, but like I think it's good that they're trying to deal with trading problems. Like I said, I've talked about this in a more like deep video, and I don't really know much about trading myself, so okay, like yeah, I don't have much else to say. Then 20 new pieces of Everfriend furniture were added. I'm not going to describe each one, but I do like quite a lot of them. There's like Everfriend themed one, ballroom themed ones, and like classroom themed ones, which made me a bit annoyed. I had like made a classroom for my Royal High roleplay before having like half the stuff, and a ballroom, which is annoying. There's new furniture categories for more organisation, apparently. I haven't actually checked these out for myself, so let me just see if it's any better. Okay, I can already see a new like area. There's the decor, which like I feel like, especially when you're making like really random things out, like smaller things, it's hard to find like small items. I don't know what I'm saying. Then there's also walls, fences and partitions. That hasn't been a section before. This is especially good for like people making like big builds and stuff, but I don't really have much to say about that. I still find it pretty hard to like navigate through all the dorm furniture and everything. I'm so glad that it's here all year round, because it was so annoying when I'm just trying to build like a mermaid themed dorm, especially for my Royal High roleplay series that I'm still technically working on. Like, guys, I'm rewriting a lot of episodes, it's going well. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyways, like when I was trying to build the mermaid section, like I couldn't because it wasn't tidal glow. Okay, so on the 18th, that's when they said they were going to get rid of the multipliers. There was so much backlash on this, but like I said, I've made a video on this, and because the multipliers are actually gone, I'm gonna talk about that later when I get to that. Monthly subscriptions for multipliers were off sale from that point, which for obviously reasons that happened. They said look forward for buffs for everyone next month. I wouldn't say there was any buffs at all actually, but that's crazy that they said that. For everyone, I mean, for new players, the multipliers getting taken away was amazing. But like I said, I'll get into that later. On the 27th of January, they added quick chat to get around like Roblox terms of services around chat and stuff. Now you can only talk to people in your age group, which that's fun. It totally doesn't make it easier for predators to talk to children at all. Also, like, my age group was accurate, but like also I'm gonna turn, like, when I turn 18 I might still be stuck with children. Like, what? So there is a bunch of chat things you can say. There's greetings, compliments, questions, responses, gameplay, and status. So I recommend favoriting all the things you're going to say often, because that's what I've done. I barely talk to people in real life anyways, and most people are my age, but still, it's good to be prepared. There is like a lot of options of things to say, and luckily we have study sesh anyone, so we can still do that request. I think this was a really good thing for Royal High to do, especially since this has always kind of been started as a roleplay game. It doesn't make sense for people not being able to talk to each other, and I'm glad they haven't suffered any consequences from Roblox for doing this. I mean, there's nothing inappropriate that you can say, so it's pretty fine to me. They added the ability to leave hearts for people's, like, player realms, which I honestly thought that was the thing they did at the beginning, because what's the point otherwise? So it's kind of like when you like someone's diary. And you can also favourite people's places so you can get access to it again, which I think that's actually a good idea, especially if like you got like disconnected or something and you're like making friends or something. I don't know. Like, I've never been to anyone's play around. I should probably check them out. And then there's the favourite button and love buttons that you can add to your dorms to make it easier for people to obviously like and favourite your realms. And you can see how many people have visited your place. So it kind of is. This just reminds me a lot of Piggy build mode. I have not played Piggy in ages though, but because there's no seasonal timer on the clothes anymore, you can obviously buy the Goddess of Triumph set all year round. I hope this means a lot more people will like actually buy it, because they have like a lot more time to actually earn Robux, or like buy Robux obviously. So I hope this adds a lot more to the contribution, because obviously that goes to like a good cause, like cancer research. So yeah, you can also buy the Goddess of Triumph Mermaid tail all year round as well. Okay, then on Valentine's Day, the like main like event of the Everfriend update came out. We got to test the new Multiplier Halos, and the new set came out. If you want to see my like raw reaction to the update, then I did make a live stream on it. Warning, I wasn't happy about some parts of it. I'll get into it. So first I'm going to talk about the new set, which is the Sky Seraphim set, which I've got to say is pretty gorgeous. Like I said, if you want to see my like full reaction to it, I talked about it on my live stream, and I don't really know what to say. I mean, with the lashes, I'm sure, because the first thing I thought when I bought this set was the people who never got the elegant lashes are going to be so happy, because I remember it being a big thing. Everyone really wants the lashes. I don't really like fake lashes because they never fit on the eyes I choose. There's a lot of height and size options and stuff. They're really cute shape. They're very like feathery. Like, it's a very feathery themed set. The bodice is just a bit blocky, but I do like the feathers, accents and stuff. And it's very like Greek statuesque. I don't know what to say. Like, there's a lot of feathers. The heavenly headpiece kind of reminds me of a halo. It's like half a halo, so it's like fake halos of the people who don't have them. Like, it's really cute. I really do like this set. The sleeves, like, oh my god, I love the shape of the sleeves. They just kind of, I don't know how to describe it. And the skirt, I haven't actually added any of these. I haven't worn any of these because I have like an OC which I like to stick to, but the skirt has layers, guys, like half long, half short. And there's obviously, or you can just have it short, which kind of just reminds me of a tunic and stuff, which doesn't look that good with shoes, because the shoes go through the skirt, which annoys me because it kind of reminds me of like with the Mermaid skirt. By the way, I got that from the Mermaid shop. I didn't buy the toy. Like other pageant like skirt sizes basically. The shoes are so detailed, but the thing is I can't actually show how detailed they are because I am mobile, because Royal High just doesn't work on my laptop, so I can't even use my like magic ball anymore. I guess that's my confession for this podcast. I realized I didn't say one for my last podcast episode, but like, I don't know what to say. The one thing about the heels I don't like is like that we can see all our toes. Like, we could have at least like, I don't know, like there's no toggle for it to cover your toes. Alright, yeah, the problem with like the last 3 toggles of the skirt is that the shoes will go through them, a lot like the TTYL skirt, but it's not compatible with a lot of shoes and even the shoes the set comes with. Also because the amount of lace and like feathers and like, I don't know how to describe this, but like detailed aspects, they don't actually show up on my phone or like very well, so it doesn't look that great for me. I'm sure this set looks like absolutely stunning for people with good quality laptops basically. Okay, let's talk about the mask option. It's low-key like kind of cunty. Like it's half and half, like half the chest is out and then there's like feathers along the side. Like, why do they make like the men one so fabulous? Like, this kind of reminds me of that one mermaid bodice, which I'm trying to remember which one it is called. The scaled swimmer mermaid top. Like what? I'm not sure if it's like, a lot of people were complaining about how it was twinkified, which like, are straight people really saying this? My point is, like, I don't like it when straight people, I'm assuming these people are straight, or anyone like weaponizes queer language by using the word like twinkified as in like an insult to the set. Is kind of like, it's bordering on homophobic. I am queer, but like I'm not a gay man, so I don't really know the discourse that well, but like seems a bit problematic to me. Like, there's nothing wrong with being skinny and masked, but no, like there's literally abs on this man. Like what? Like, I'm pretty sure it might be like a lot. I'm gonna compare it to other old bodices to see if, yeah, like it's like ever so slightly slimmer. But like, this is obviously, there's nothing wrong with being slimmer than man, obviously. Like, it kind of freaked me out how muscular the old mask bodies were, but obviously there should be a in between. And like, so what, the sets are a bit flamboyant for like the mask options, like that's kind of the point, it's a fashion game. Like what? But I don't know, I don't really wear the mask options that frequently. I tend to wear the femme options even though I am non-binary. But sometimes, occasionally, I like to wear the mask ones, like with my feminine outfits. So I kind of liked, originally, I did like the, like, when they introduced the mask options to just, like, get rid of the tits, because I'm, like I said, I'm non-binary, like, anyways, I think it's fine, but, like, I don't know. Okay, so the thing that I was, like, most mad about was the new, like, what they added to the campus, which I got another prediction right, which I didn't think this prediction would be right. I thought it was, like, really outlandish. Campus 4.4, like, how was I right about that? Obviously it's not a whole new campus, but like they added like 2 massive new areas. Like, why couldn't we have kept Campus 4.2? Like, honestly, why didn't we keep it? Because they said they got rid of it for lag, but they added like literally so much new space, empty space as well. Because there's literally nothing you can do in the new areas. I mean, obviously the new areas do look really nice, but it's just empty, like not even like a vending machine or anything. There's like 2 water fountains to drink from. Like, there's nothing you can do there except for open your lockers, and that's so annoying. Like, I've got to say, like, I really like the new areas, like, design-wise, they're really cute, but they also don't make sense, because why did we add more to the campus if the problem with the campus was it being big? Now everything doesn't make sense. So, I mean, it's very cute design-wise, but now, like, the whole Campus 4.3 is not even I mean, I never thought it was, like, school-like. But now they added a school onto Campus 4.3 basically, because Campus 4.3 is just like a pool area to chill in. Like, what was the point in that area then? Like, why did they backtrack so many times? I'm surprised no one's mad about this. Like, there's so many doors, but they're literally empty unless you're doing the walk to class, like, minigame, which I hate. I'll get into that later. I'll get into that in a bit, but like, otherwise it's quite big, and I'm glad that it is big. It just feels a bit empty. There's not much you can actually do there. All the doors, you can't go through them, they lead to nowhere, unless in the minigame, I already said that, but like, at least let us go to classrooms like full time, and then we can memorize how to walk to the class, and do the walk to class system like that. And maybe you could have like a directions, a tracker for people who don't know where they're going. If they click on it, they don't have to make it how it is. I'm getting mad already, and okay, I might just get into it then. So, I did some farming right before the new update came out, because I knew there was going to be like a lot of changes in the farming update, and I did some farming after, and it was impossible to play in a public server, honestly. So walk to class, so when you open a locker, if you've opened a locker ever before, you can open any locker. So when I'm just walking through the class, walking through the hallways, I'll end up opening every single locker on the way. Then I'll have the stupid pop-up on the side which I can't close unless I've closed my locker, because I accidentally opened a new locker. Like what? Why can they have made it that you could open a locker that you've unlocked before, not random ass lockers anywhere? I'm sure that isn't a problem for people who are on PC, but like, it pisses me off. It causes so much lag. Also, we have like one class book instead of all of them, so I thought they'd just give us the like, what was the point of the individual class books they added when we literally had originally one class book before? They keep on making changes and backtracking on it, and there's like changes no one actually cared about. So I'm sure this is useful for people with really detailed lockers, and it sounded really good on paper when they said you didn't have to collect your textbook from your locker. It's so annoying when you accidentally open a locker and then it's so laggy because it's trying to give you an item which you don't want. And even if you do want the item, it's literally so laggy than just like picking it up yourself. I have no idea why. Because the amount of lag I faced in these hallways, like at least Royal High was like, farming was playable in public servers. I didn't realise because I used to play on private server a lot. But now I have to play on my private server again to farm, which I know I get a lot less than if I played in like a public server, but like it's literally so laggy, and it's still laggy in a private server. Also, they've kind of described it as a buff, which it literally is not a buff, the books, because once you get to the lesson you get an on-time bonus, which is like 10 XP, which is like nothing. And do you know why this isn't a bonus? Because you're getting so much less in between, because you have to hold the book to know which way you're going, and while you're holding the book you can't do other tasks, like you can't do like the hidden quests, so you're actually losing like 50 XP instead of gaining 10 XP, because normally I'd be able to do like 5 invisible tasks in between, normally by you putting like makeup on and stuff, because you can do that during the class periods, and collecting money, but now I don't have time to do either completely, which is like, we're actually getting less money. This isn't a buff, this is a nerf. I do think it's interesting, the going to class thing, but like I said, like they could have just made it a navigation system and it had permanent classrooms so you knew where you were going, and if you didn't know where you were going you could click the navigation instead of changing the classrooms and having empty hallways like the whole day unless it's a certain lesson, which is just pissed me off. Also, once it turns like 3 o'clock on the schedule, so that's when you're doing the homework, all the classes have ended, no money turns up in like the old campus 4.3 or the, what do they call it now? The Royal Terrace, what they call it now. So you have to actually go into the other areas while doing the invisible tasks, which you can only do in the Royal Terrace. So like, what on earth? Like, it's just, I'm normally really good at maximizing the hidden quests because I know what to do. Like, I usually just do like use all the makeup stuff you get from the getting ready in the morning. I have a farming routine and this has basically ruined it for me. I'm not sure if this is a problem for anyone else, but like, yeah, it really pissed me off. I do really like what the new areas look like. It just doesn't make sense with the vibe of the pool party area, and like I said, I don't like the pool party area, but like it feels out of place. Like they basically just added a school on. Like I thought the problem with Campus 4.2 that it was big, but now this is big but in an incoherent way because it doesn't make sense how these places are connected at all to me personally. If they were going to expand, they could have gone like to the upstairs of Campus 4.3, which is empty, but I don't know. Like, I like the new areas aesthetically. I said this already. I can tell they worked hard on it, but like, why do they do this without warning every time? They get backlash, but like, what to say, I really like the canal area. It's really cute, and it's like a replacement for the Mermaid area, but in a way from the old Campus 4.2. But like, they robbed us of Campus 4.2, that beautiful library, for this. Like, it looks nice, but it serves no purpose. Except from pissing me off and making farming worse. Like, it's so annoying. Okay, let's get on to the other part of the farming update, which came out on the 17th. So, getting rid of multipliers and what they call the update log Happy Birthday, which like I'm gonna argue it was only a buff for people who didn't have multipliers, which, good for them. I think they should have made it like this. I'll get into it. Like, I don't know what to say. I think people without multipliers were getting literally nothing, but other than that happening, nothing else happened. There was no buff for everyone like they claimed there would be. Let's talk about the multiplier halos then. So there's the infinite diamonds halo for the 2x multipliers, which really basic looking, but like it's got a theme. Like they both have very strong themes. It looks like diamonds, which makes sense because it was multipliers. Will I ever wear it? No, probably not. I don't know, for me it always felt like embarrassing to wear free items. Obviously there's nothing wrong with doing that, but I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel the same as wearing a halo, because it's not rare, is it? Because like so many people have multipliers. You can change the way the diamonds move and the way they look like. It can be hearts, shells, or snowflakes, because that's the option that that's what diamonds look like when you pick them up. Like, I think it's a cute idea, and I've seen people like make them look really cool, and I've seen like good Halo combinations with them, which Halo combinations existing is crazy to me, like being that rich. That's like insane. And I've seen people put like faces on them, like it's pretty funny, but like I'm not like creative enough to do anything with them, so I'm probably not gonna wear them. So I can't even style the actual Halos I have. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's worth all the money we spent on it, really. I mean, obviously, we didn't lose anything, but I'll get into that. I need to stop saying I'll get into that, I should just like segue, but I still have things to talk about. So the Crystal Heart Throne Halo is for the 4x multipliers. Like, people really like this one. I thought it was pretty basic. When I saw both of them, I was like, they are pretty basic. I got the vision for the first one, but like this one, when I first saw it, I was like, it's just a frame that we sit in. But a lot of people like it. I get the vision, and I really like how you can sit on it and stuff, but it looks kind of shite when you use it as a normal Halo and don't sit on it. No offense to the people who made them, they are just like pretty basic. Which obviously that makes sense because they're not proper Halos, and by proper Halos I mean like they're not rare. Like, we didn't earn them in any sort of way, and the point of the Halo is that like, oh, it's a thing you get from the fountain. Obviously people trade for them, like they are a thing you like work hard to get, well, that are like stereotypically hard to get. This kind of just reminds me of the Advent Halo, like no one counts as a Halo, but we count these as Halos. When I say these are basic, I don't say that they're bad looking, because they all look really nice. Like, they just feel like they're missing something. They both stick to the diamond theme pretty nicely because they're both like heart shaped. Like, I do really like this one. I know I said it was pretty basic, but like, I've seen people make it work. Like I said, I just don't have the creativity. It's just that every server I've been in, like, everyone has this Halo one. I was like, it does not feel special at all, does it? I sound like such a gatekeeper. Like, call me out if I'm wrong, I guess. And on a Valentine's Day, we were given the choice to vote whether we wanted it to be tradable or not. I voted for not, which I know that sounds bad for me, but like, it's already a common Halo, but making it so everyone can get it, it makes it like have no value at all. And I know people are going to make it so overpriced for people who didn't have multipliers before. Like, it's a reward for multipliers where people without multipliers are getting it. Like, what? That was my thought process for that, but obviously it is tradable. And I've seen people argue that why would you vote for it not to be tradable? You can just not trade it, which, like, yeah, obviously I'm not going to trade it because I am a collector. Nor of Halos, just everything, I guess. Like, I can't be bothered to collect Halos. But like, just think about it. Like, it's not a reward if everyone has it. But, I don't know, it's not special if everyone has it. That is a really gatekeepy mindset, so like, I don't know. It's probably a good thing that it is tradable. It's very close in the votes though. I think it was like 47% for non-trading, and then 53% for trading, obviously. But I could be making those numbers up, but I remember it being close. Which, like, I don't think these items make up for the real money we gave. That's all I'm gonna say. But the thing is, whatever they did, it was never gonna be worth it. There was always gonna be backlash. Like, I'm not actually mad about it. I don't think I've been robbed or anything because of how they handle the situation. Like, we don't gain less money than we did before. So, like, technically, we're not losing anything. But when other people are winning, sometimes it feels like we're losing. I personally don't feel that way. I feel really, like, happy that everyone gets the amount. I actually think it's a good thing that people without multipliers now get the same amount, because if you didn't have multipliers, you were making nothing. Like, I would have just gave up on Royal High if I didn't have multipliers. So I imagine it being, like, really great that you get 6 times the amount you did before, but, like, I don't remember paying for that. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm so glad that people are making, like, decent money, but, like, I was expecting actual farming changes, because that wasn't a farming change for me, because nothing happened. Except from them adding the new, systems which are really annoying and actually make farming much worse. Oh, my bad, I got the result was 56% voted for tradable, 44% voted for non-tradable. But, like, I actually low-key predicted how this multipliers update would work, because when the news came out, I was like, they are just gonna make everyone earn the same amount. Which, yeah, that is step 1 to fixing the economy, because, like, have you seen trade rate? The prices are so high. If you didn't have multipliers, you wouldn't be able to afford anything, in-game or out of the game, because you're pricing things for people with multipliers, because that's the majority, I think. Maybe it's not the majority, but I always thought it was. So like most things were unachievable. So by making everyone earn the same amount, it makes sense. You might think, why couldn't they have just made our multipliers higher? Like I said, it would make the same problem. There'd be like a wealth divide, which like real life problems, I guess. And there's already been trading problems induced by this. Like now everything on Tradery is like worth 3 times the amount, which is crazy because like I thought things were priced expensively because most people had multipliers. So why are they making them expensive? Like I've seen people starting as a new player and then like earning stuff and getting like so many things at the beginning of the game. But like I still feel broke because nothing's changed for me. Like this is so great for people who didn't have multipliers, but if you did have multipliers, it's like, okay, you got some new items and you were expecting farming changes, but nothing happened. Because like it's not better, we still earn like barely anything. Like it's hard to farm honestly because like I'm broke right now. Anyways, what I predicted would, I obviously, like, if you want to see that video, I did make a video on my initial opinions on getting rid of the multipliers and the seasonal item update. But I thought they were going to give us, I kind of knew that they were going to like even out the playing field, which they did. And that's a big step towards fixing farming, but I assumed that they would keep on doing stuff from then, not just like leaving it at that point. Like I thought we'd have like actual improvements to, like, I don't know, actual like buffs in the amount of stuff, like XP we get from the classes or something. In that video I also calculated the amount of diamonds that we would get if they reimbursed us for like the multipliers. By converting how much Robux we paid for the multipliers into how much diamonds we could buy with that Robux, and they give us like more than what I calculated, but I was like pretty close. But still, like it was like around 60-70k, that's nothing. Like, I'm sorry, that's nothing. It'd take me a while to farm that, but like, that changes nothing. I was hoping for at least 100k, honestly, which I know sounds selfish, but like, I had both multipliers, it was crazy. But as well as this, they did update the amount of diamonds you get per Robux, but still, like, I'd never buy diamonds for Robux personally, because it's like a really bad conversion rate. They updated it by 10.6%, which is nothing. Like, what? I don't have much to say about that because, like, I'm not sure if it's worth it. Like, paying 25 diamonds for free, paying 25 Robux for 300 diamonds is criminal because you can gain, I was gonna say you can gain that much by leveling up, but no, you gain 6 times that amount by leveling up. So, why would you buy diamonds? Like, what? And that's pretty much it. That's been added. Like, there's been, like, backlash from literally every little update, and it's like, guys, this community is pretty toxic. And I know I've been complaining like a lot, but like it pisses me off that I literally can't farm, and I'm trying to lock in and actually like enjoy and play the game, and it's just like making it difficult with the new like farming updates. Obviously I was a bit disappointed by the multipliers things, but like I always knew that I was gonna be, and I was prepared to be like slightly disappointed. I don't think there's anything they could have done to make there be no backlash. And to be fair, I don't actually care about not having multipliers anymore because like I still earn the same amount, so like nothing's changed. But I was hoping for more to the farming update because they were making it sound like it was this big revolutionary thing, which in a way it was. If you didn't have multipliers, this is like such a massive and great change for you, and I feel good for you for that, but like it kind of feels like nothing happened. Except from them adding unnecessary areas to the campus, so that's why I focused on that so much, because like it's kind of like Campus 4.3 all over again, like who asked for this? Except from this time it is like actually aesthetically pleasing areas, but like I said, nothing is coherent. It doesn't make sense as attached onto the old campus, it just doesn't make sense at all really. The teleportation is really annoying and everything. One thing I forgot to talk about is like every time I tried to do like a task or something, I used to always use the teleport to lock a button, and then I would like, especially if I was going to do like a quest in the office, that was like useful, but now if I teleport to my locker I'm like so much further away from everything, so now you have to walk around everywhere much more, which is really annoying. I'm so stupid, I forgot to talk about one of the biggest things that happened. People were complaining about the new set because it was taking so long to come out. In my opinion, didn't take long to come out at all. It's because they announced it so early in January that people were like so impatient about it. Like, people have to work, like, things don't just happen overnight, like, have some patience, like, have other things going on in your life, like, what? Like, at least spend your time, like, farming for it. Like, do you have nothing better to do than wait for this, like, set to come out? Because it didn't even come out late. It's an Everfriend set, I was like, people complaining about it coming out late in January. I was like, it's not even February yet. Everfriend is basically Valentines. So why are people complaining about it when it's literally still January? I felt like I was going crazy. It came out on literally Valentine's Day. That's the perfect day for it to come out. Like, people are just really impatient. Okay, now on to the Reddit portion of this episode. I've also made, like, the post itself a higher pitch so you can tell the difference between what I'm saying and what it's saying. Okay, I found a really big rant about the economy, so this is definitely on theme for this episode. I'm not going to say anyone's names for obviously reasons. So they say,
so to start, let me just say that I am not someone who normally is interested in ranting / discussing things that frustrate me.
Which, fair enough.
Not me though, but I feel like as someone who's played Royal High off and on since like 2017, maybe 2019, and has nostalgia rooted in the game, I need to say something.
I think, yeah, they've played for the same amount of time as me. On my account currently on my current account I've played since 2020, but I used to play like when I was a lot younger, before Campus 2 came out. Anyways, they say that
the Royal High developers and teams do not care, they just don't. I've watched year after year of they've done things to tank their reputations, be unkind to players and make their game less fun / enjoyable for their player base.
I mean, I've got to say, I'm not sure I believe about that part. I mean, obviously there are developers who have said like controversial things. I don't remember which ones, but that's happened. There's been updates that have made the game less enjoyable, for sure, like I've been talking about that. But I think, especially with the direction of their social media team at the moment, it does seem like they care, but the social teams care, which they are separate from the developers, which I'm sure they care as well. But like, they never told us about like adding new realms and all the new campuses and everything, so it does feel like they're doing things personally for themselves rather than for the player base, which like, yeah, okay, they shouldn't do that.
These people have some sort of disconnect and don't seem to understand that without the player base there is no game.
I agree with that part. I've gone on and on about this like in like older rant videos, but I thought they were going in a better direction like recently. Then they say,
don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be hateful with this regardless on how I feel about the developers and the team as individuals, but speaking solely regarding the game, they must be trying to destroy it.
Like, this is crazy that this came out like 12 days ago, because it sounds like more of a Campus 4.3 kind of situation, or Campus like, I don't know, like any point. Like, I thought we were going up a bit, but like I understand like frustration, because honestly it feels pretty unplayable and like not really that enjoyable anymore. Like, I've been playing like a lot more Mermaid really until I finished the Mermaid update, which like now I'm just bored. Okay, this is quite long, but I'll keep going.
The game used to be fun, it used to feel balanced, but between slower and slower updates that promised so much and ended in so little, to everything going on recently with the diamond farming rule and the terrible game pass removal and garbage compensation, I would love to understand their thought process.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot to talk about the Q&A, but I feel like that's kind of moot now. I'm not sure that's how you use that, but like, because the Q&A was about the farming update like one day before it came out, so like, my bad. But like, I honestly don't understand their thought process either. And with the compensation, I don't think there would have been any sort of compensation which would be like worthy really. There would always be backlash. I feel like, yeah, like I said, I don't really find Royal High that fun that much anymore. Even if there's new updates, it just feels like constant grind really. And I'm not even making money either, and I don't farm often at all. Okay, I'm gonna continue with what they're saying.
I, as a player that hasn't put hundreds and thousands of hours into a game, but feels nostalgic and occasionally plays, do not feel the urge to play anymore. They've ruined their game. I'm personally insulted that they truly think that 75k is compensation for the game passes we spent $30 on.
$30? That is crazy actually. They could have given a whole set and that wouldn't be worthy, because that's what toy sets are worth, and it's like crazy. 75k, yeah, I didn't think it was enough, but like, I see their logic behind it, because that's like more than how much we would have paid for that much diamonds if you're paying for diamonds and Robux, but who does that? Like, I was hoping at least 100k. Anyways, I'm gonna continue.
I bought those as a child when $30 was like $300 to me, and I was given the chance to make thousands of diamonds using what I'd purchased. Some people millions, so how is 75k compensation?
Okay, yeah, I get that point there, because like multipliers means you have the like potential to get like millions, even billions if you're like crazy like that. And to be fair, that was me as soon as I got multipliers in like 2021 or something. Before they like moved diamond locations, and that was awful, but that was a very long time ago. But like, I think they failed to realize that them getting rid of multipliers didn't get rid of the amount of diamonds we gained. We still gained the same amount of diamonds, just other people gained more. Like, yeah. Obviously it sucks that we don't have like more than others, but that would have been like extortionate really. We're only halfway through this post. It's quite negative actually, but like, I agree with like half of it. Like, I feel like I'm more neutral than they are. They say,
Also, I barely want to discuss the Halos because they're terrible, but here's what I'll say. Sloppy, lazy, poorly executed, quickly put together. Why? They don't care. Not about us, not about the game. They make good money from their toy products, I'm sure, and I'm fairly certain that's why they can let the game be left as a side project. That's what it feels like.
that is what I felt like more like in 2024, like not in 2026. Because they have been doing like decent updates recently. It feels like they actually care about us more, and the social team makes it seem like they care about us more. Like, I feel like, sure, I would say the Halos were underwhelming, but I feel like we shouldn't tear down the devs who have made this, because they've obviously put some effort into it, and they've got a theme, like they've got clear theming. Like, I understand where they were coming from for those Halos, and I didn't want to make them seem like normal Halos, because we didn't gain them by chance or anything, so they're not special. But they are a bit basic, and I get that, but like, I don't think Royal High are making good money. I thought it was a common thing, like, to know that like Roblox games, they don't get paid that much, but maybe that's changed and I'm stupid. Also, I don't think they gained much from the toys. Like in 2024, I was like, this is a capitalist hellscape, what the hell, because the game was like in the dumps. Like, we were in like Royal High and fell off, and it was actually like the first time I hadn't played Royal High in a really long time, which is crazy for me. And then they were doing like capitalist Zionist toys, which like, I don't like that a bit. Like, I understand the rage around the toys, but do people still buy them? That's what I'm thinking. Because I thought we all like agreed that maybe we shouldn't. I assumed like stocks went down. Like, I don't think they're getting that much money, but I think toys definitely made the like limited income they get from the game like worth it for them, I guess. But I don't think the game is a side project. I just think they're really out of touch. Anyways, I'm continuing with what they're saying.
I'm just so sad and truly disappointed. It's like watching my childhood get set on fire, destroyed, and not cared about. Nobody, and I mean nobody asked for any of this, not any real players, not anyone who cares about Royal High.
I feel that way especially around Campus 4.3, like who the fuck asked for this? Oh, my bad, Chanel's one actually. But like around the economy, a lot of people asked for an economy update, and they did have to get rid of multipliers, but I feel like, yeah, better compensation would be nice. And actual buffs to people with multipliers, not people without. But like, yeah, a lot of the things, even though we do have that like bug report or whatever, I think we still have that anyways. Like, a lot of the things no one asked for, like, but this person isn't a person who consistently plays Royal High, so like, there's obviously a lot of bias there, because I remember every time I watch like a video, like a short on Royal High, people are like, oh, I can't believe people still watch this. Don't still play this game. That's crazy. I thought it fell off, because as a person who like plays Royal High on and off, you are a little bit biased. Like, me too, because I am kind of a Royal High glazer. But like, yeah, anyways, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that like, you don't have the full picture, but like, also I understand why people feel like this, and I feel like this to some extent. I also forgot to talk about how they said something about like promises that Royal High made and haven't lived up to them, which I feel that personally, because like Campus 4.3, that was like that felt awful for me. So I understand where this person's coming from, because like I understand being mad. I just like I haven't been focusing on Royal High really recently. Like I said, I've been playing other games. Like, I'm really busy in this point in my life, so like I have other things to care about. But like, they promised to get rid of all like the lag problems from Campus 4.2. They did that by making Campus 4.3, and they made like a really out of touch statement in the what's it called, update log thing. We got rid of all the lag. Something like, we got rid of 80% of the lag. Yeah, you got rid of 80% of the good game. Like, what? So yeah, I just think they're really out of touch. Anyways, back onto what they're saying.
I wanted to believe that people who theorized about trashy halos and low diamond compensation would be wrong, but they were right. The developers show their true colors once again. And it's insane to me that the developers claim they'd be beautiful and unique. We'd get fair diamond compensation, and then they're rude and block anyone who tries to call them out on all of this.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack in that part. So obviously there were people theorizing about it. I feel like Halos was such an obvious compensation. I was kind of hoping for like something more unique than a Halo. I know that sounds crazy, Halos are meant to be like this big thing, but then they weren't, like I said, very basic. actually like a bit rude. Like someone made this and like they're not like completely ugly, there's just not much to them. Like I'm not sure if they claimed that they were meant to be beautiful and unique, then I get that, like, but I don't remember that happening. But I'm not like that chronologically online, so I don't know. Diamond compensation wise, like I said, it's actually technically fair because it is like equivalent to how much we spent. Like if we spent the Robux we spent on the multipliers on diamonds, that's how much we would have got. Like I've done the calculations, we would have got like 62-ish K. They gave more than that, but like still that's worth nothing in the current Royal High economy. So like is it fair? I can see why the developers think it's fair, but is it really? Not really. And about the socials team, like they're not directly connected to the developers, like they are an individual thing. Like they've obviously given like, I mean they're obviously linked, but like they're not the same people. Like they're not in control of what happens in the game. And then blocking people, like I know every time I check on the Twitter, it's like every other post is like, yeah, blocking people are rude. Which like I don't think they're blocking people to stop them from speaking out. Like I think some people are just generally rude because this is like a fairly toxic community. Like I'm sorry to say it. I know I'm adding to that by like having discourse, but I try to like be nice. This person isn't like trying to be hateful or anything, but like we have to acknowledge that at the end of the day these developers are putting some effort into it. But like I don't know, I feel like a lot of the things would have a lot more weight if like Barbie or like, because she's like the creator of the game, said stuff about it, like apologized for actual things going on instead of like some random like person who's getting all the flack. Because I'd understand as the person who's running the Royal Eye social account blocking people who are being rude, because I know some people are like really rude, but maybe I'm sure some people are being like unfairly blocked and stuff. I don't know. But the way this like person on Reddit is saying like their true colors as if like there's some like evil people, like I don't think they're meaning to be malicious, but like I said, very out of touch, which like I guess ignorance is also equally bad.
They said, I'm not trying to be hateful, which I just frustrated. I felt like I finally had to say something now.
I so understand that because like my every video on Royal High ever, and I hate if I came across like similarly like I was being hateful, but like as a person who plays and wants to play this game for like a long time, it's like please, they're just making it a lot harder. A lot of people are agreeing in the comments, which like yeah, I have the same sentiment. I just feel like they'll be a bit like underappreciative. Not that you have to like be like appreciative of everything, but like I'm just saying that some people put their work into this, but I don't know. I just feel like we shouldn't be rude towards the developers directly because we don't know who's like really responsible for these like big decisions, but I don't know. And then someone replies to saying
it's quite literally their fault for their own economy. Overpriced sets and toy sets are the reason their own economy is failing, and suddenly now it's because of the 2 times and 4 times X multipliers.
And then they go on and say stuff, which yeah, I agree with. Like adding toy sets, like things you can buy with real money, that just like made trading so much worse because people are overpriced and selling them. Like I know people, I was like, I'd be like subscribed to someone and then they'd like admit to buying toy sets to sell them to people as their main way of farming. I'm like, real life money, and also it's like that's kind of scummy. I just don't agree with that. Like there are people who are using like, instead of like actually playing the game properly, like using toy sets to like gain diamonds. So like by adding like real life money into the equation, it like kind of ruins the economy a bit. But like overpriced sets, I also get that, but I think that's also because of multipliers in a way, because people were getting more money than most people had multipliers. And I think I don't get why people are so mad about multipliers leaving, because we still get the same amount. But like also having like such a divide between people, because if you didn't have multipliers you weren't earning anything at all basically, which is, well, in comparison to the price of sets, so that is Royal High's fault. Like the most simple solution was getting rid of multipliers and making everyone have even ground. So like I feel like there's a bit of disconnect within the community. They're not like understanding that there was like a proper reason behind this, but like I thought they'd do a lot more after doing this, so maybe they really don't understand the economy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an economist, so call me out if I'm wrong. Politely, please. That's probably gonna be the only one I react to. Like, it's a lot of the same thing, and it's not good to, like, I understand why a lot of people are mad, but like a lot of the comments were saying let's ban the game because they scammed us, which like, no, let's not do that, actually. Let's not report the game. I understand why people are mad, because I'm mad too, I just really want to like this game, not gonna lie. I'm sorry if I came across like hateful or anything. I don't like think people are wrong for thinking this way, but like, let's not go to the extremes. That's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I post most of my content on YouTube. You can listen to this on Spotify as well. That was Dress Up Dispatch. Thanks for watching.